Hello, my name is Samantha. I make ASMR, and tonight we are going to be talking about All Elite Wrestling and Dynamite from March 2nd, 2022. So, this one's going to be a mukbang, and then if I finish all my food before I'm done talking, I will probably do some bright light, flashlight triggers, and some personal attention. So we'll see how this goes. I have Taco Bell. It's going to go on the floor so that it's not distracting, but I'm going to start with my cheese quesadilla. I'm vegetarian, so Taco Bell is like amazing. It's like the only fast food place that I can eat at. You've probably noticed a bit of a different setup. I am in New York, so hopefully my radiator won't kick on, and if there are any noises outside, my window is closed, but I am in New York, so I might be a little bit loud. So it has been a little bit since we've talked. It has been so long, in fact, that I have not got to talk to you guys about Cody leaving. So if you don't know, Cody and Brandy Rhodes have both left. I don't know how you could have known, very late, about 3 weeks ago. I wish them all the best. I did think it was a work at first. I think that I'm wrong though. It will be kind of disappointing if I see him back in WWE, you know? Like I might be a little sad. I loved Brandy too. I loved Rhodes to the Top. I kind of hope that it keeps going because I kind of see what this, I want to see what this season would be like amidst all of that. My mom actually met her parents at a place in our hometown because she's from around the same area, and my mom got a picture with them and they were so nice. She was so excited. It was very cute. So I will definitely miss them. I thought Brandy was very, very cool. I know that some people, I don't know, I feel like with just players in sports, it seems like always the people who are labeled locker room problems tend to be people of color. They did the same thing with Andreas Athanasiou when he played for the Wings, and Larkin and Bertuzzi were like, no, we literally love him, and you heard people say that about Brandy, and everybody was like, no, we really like her. We don't know where you're getting this information from. So it was disappointing to see those kind of things be spread around, because she seems to be genuinely cool, you know? And that's just, you know, you think that we're past that. So, but that is in the past. So we will talk about this actual Dynamite. This started with a very big announcement from Tony Khan. He bought Ring of Honor, which is crazy. I don't watch Ring of Honor, but I know a little bit about it, and that's it. It's a big get. I know they have been having some kind of difficulties, so I hope that they don't have those anymore. Let's just solve some problems. I will, because they were having problems, so that's fine, but I do hope that we don't acquire too many smaller wrestling promotions, because competition is great, and it's nice that I got into wrestling because of AEW, but somebody else could get into wrestling because of Impact or GCW. So I do kind of want that type of competition to thrive, you know? So But he actually segued that into a match with Christopher Daniels and Bryan Danielson because they fought on the first Ring of Honor show, which is so cool. We have not seen Christopher Daniels in a while. His gear is amazing. The little cartoon wings. Oh, they're so cute. I love Bryan Danielson's gear. They did a big plus for me. I love when they're opposite colors. Christopher Daniels was in blue and Bryan Danielson was in that maroon. It's very, very cute. Oh my gosh, I wrote it down. I wrote, bro did a cartwheel because Christopher Daniels did a cartwheel. That's crazy. He's like 50 years old. I don't actually know how old he is. Maybe he's 50. Did they say that on the broadcast? But they have another point that I just want to point out. Christopher Daniels tried to do a Hurricane Rana off of the ropes on Bryan Danielson, and Danielson just like ducks or like something, or like pushes his legs up, so he falls like flat. And I was made me laugh, but it was like, that was so cool. Like, I know they missed it, but like that was the cool part because it wasn't how you thought it was gonna end. So that was super cool. So of course he continues to beat up Christopher Daniels. After the match, Bryan Danielson ends up winning. And finally, he grabs a mic. He talks about how Mox is a coward, and then Mox comes out, and I was like, Mox, maybe we could have come out when he was beating up the defenseless man, but that's okay. So they hype up their match for Revolution, which is very nice. Yo, it's like nerve-wracking to eat in front of you. There's a fire truck. So this is so good. The next match is the Casino Tag Team Battle Royale. So our teams, just to lay out the groundwork, are FTR, Top Flight with Darius Martin. Darius is back. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. You saw the Top Flight logo and you were like, who's he gonna come out with? And you were like, well, it would have to be Darius. And then Darius comes out. You're like, yes. I was so excited. So Top Flight with Darius back. The Acclaimed, the Dark Orders 5 and 10, Butcher and Blade, Varsity Blondes, Bear Country, Santana and Ortiz, the Best Friends, then the Dark Orders, Evil Uno and Stu. So they have 4 men in the fight. Then the Young Bucks, then Pretty Peter Avalon and Hollywood Hunk Ryan Nemeth, then the Gun Club, then Big Shotty Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson, and finally 2.0. So let's talk about outfit. My notes are down here, that's why I'm looking. I couldn't put them in front of me because I got my little quesadilla. It's a Top Flight. Oh, sorry. Top Flight. It's in these Harlequin black and red, and then with like little like checks like diamonds. That's not a diamond. That's not a diamond. Okay. And then like clubs and like suits. That's what I'm looking for. Clubs are a type of suit. Card suits all over their tights. So good. I love these. These were just like the best. They honestly might have been the best in the whole thing. I just love them. And they matched. It was wonderful. Then Alan Angels is tight. Number 5. He had like a deeper, more pink type purple as opposed to a more blue type purple. I just really like the color. I think they should change the dark order color to that one. I was like, that's the type of purple that I like. And there's nothing wrong with the original purple. I just saw it and I was like, that's a really pretty color of purple. They had these beautiful seam lights as well that were kind of, he had some curve shapes happening. I really like those. The seam lines were great. Varsity Blondes came out in the red and maroon outfits. I like those. No jackets, just right into the fight. The Best Friends, were crushed blue velvet with hot pink accents. I am in love with these. Like, that is just such a good outfit. They were just great. I love them. I liked Gun Club's outfits for the 30 seconds that we saw them. We'll get into that. And I always love Big Shawty Lee Johnson's hollow tights. Those are just good. They're a great look. They go with everything. Perfect. When the Acclaim came out, it was very funny because I think Max gets eliminated first before Anthony Bowens. I don't know if he gets eliminated first out of the whole thing. I don't believe so. I don't know who I think gets eliminated before him, but I don't think it's him. JR goes, listen. It just made me laugh. I was like, JR. At one point, I was watching and I was like, when did Brian Pillman get eliminated? Because they eliminate Griff. I'm like, okay. It must have been in picture-in-picture, so I didn't see it. They brought Bear Country out in picture-in-picture and like eliminated them pretty soon after coming back to picture-in-picture, which was a little funny. The Gun Club are like immediately eliminated. Very funny. Such a good joke. Absolutely love it. It's amazing. Their dad will be so disappointed. Danhausen comes out. I said Danhausen. He was like a fancy A. Danhausen comes out. I love when he comes out. I love that little spooky boy. He comes out and he curses Evil Ono. Says the best friend's gonna eliminate him. Actually showing best friend supremacy. I'm like rereading my notes and like remembering there were a lot of good moments in this, like genuinely. And one of them is it definitely, I need both my hands to talk. One of them is definitely when Dante Martin and Cash Wheeler towards the end, they're not like the last ones there, but they're close. When they do a double elimination, it was so cool. They like flipped over, and then they both went over the ropes, to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, did he mean to do that? And then it was like, oh my gosh, yes he did. That is so cool. I actually don't know if he still meant to do it. I'm gonna assume that he meant to do that because of that double elimination was so cool. Just to like flip him over the top and then like be carried by gravity. Love that. Red Dragon comes out and kind of interferes, more like beating up people on the outside the ring once they're eliminated, and then it's down to the Young Bucks. Oh my gosh, I told you they were in this, right? Yeah, they're in this. I hope that I think I said Young Bucks. It goes down to the Young Bucks and Darius Martin, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and he eliminates one of them. I can't remember which one, but he eliminates one of them. And I wrote down, I said, if Darius wins, I'll lose my mind. Like, I know they would throw off like months of storytelling and building and, you know, their fights with the Red Dragon to finally see, you know, who is going to get Adam Cole's heart. But I was like, oh my gosh, what if Darius wins? And like, I want to see the payoff from that storyline, but like, just for a second, I was like, oh my gosh, how cool would that be? He comes back. Asia wins. He does not, unfortunately, but that is okay. The Red Dragon seems very, very excited. I will tell you, I was not thrilled about Red Dragon when they came in. I mean, nothing against him, but I like this. Kenny has to leave, and now Adam's bringing in all of his friends, and they don't really know who he likes better. Like, I kind of love this, like, very middle school, like, we can't both be friends with him. It has to be one of us. And like, if he can juggle all these balls that he has in the air, or if he's gonna drop them. It's very interesting. I'm excited to see a payoff from that. Jurassic Express, of course, comes in to look at their competition. Because now both teams that they're gonna face are sitting in the ring. Jungle Boy is wearing a brown flannel that I love. That looks great. I love that they're letting him wear like a little bit more regular clothes now. Like, he's slowly un-Tarzaning. But yeah, that flannel was that's a good flannel. It's a good staple piece. Jericho does a promo about Eddie, I think. I don't remember. I think it's Eddie. Yeah, because he was like, I bet that you don't even know what a promo is. It's like, okay, whatever. But Santana and Ortiz come and like fist bump Jericho, and it's like, what's that for, babe? Like, I know that you didn't get the tag shot, but that's okay. Like, you're still thriving. So I'm sure we'll see that pay off at Revolution too. I'm out of quesadilla, but that's okay. I have more food. If you have not had the spicy potato soft tacos from Taco Bell, you are missing out. And like I didn't have them for the longest time. I would just eat, once I went vegetarian, I would just eat a regular taco that I replaced with refried beans. This is so much better. The spicy sauce is great. It's different than so I think that this spicy sauce is a chipotle sauce, and the spicy sauce that's on the quesadillas is creamy jalapeno sauce. It's not better. They're just different. They're both very good. So, then we get CM Punk. I mean, he comes out to talk about the MJF promo from last week and give his response. I loved last week's promo. I was texting my friend while I was watching it, and she texted me the next day because she was watching a stream like the next day, and she was like, Sam. And I was like, Ava. And she was like, I have not stopped thinking about it. I was like, me neither. like, not even in the slightest. Like, I was like fully ready to forgive him. I'm like, oh my gosh, he had a bad childhood. Like, being able to hit the parasocial relationship of being like, you left me when I needed you most. Like, your like creators owe you something. That was great. I loved it. I have heard him talk about that incident before. Excuse me. And I got the hiccups. It must have been on a podcast because I feel like he's told that story before, but I didn't see a lot of people saying that they knew he told the story before. So maybe I'm mistaken, but I can't even imagine like coming like out of that for like a second. I cannot imagine reliving your trauma on like national TV and people be like, it's trauma. It was a hate crime. Like, it's trauma. And reliving that on TV, like going out there and like talking about it, like I can't even begin to think about that, you know? That's crazy. But so Punk comes out and talks about how he doesn't know if he's the bad guy or not. And he doesn't know if MJF is the bad guy. And that's something that I can get behind. I love a morally ambiguous type thing. I don't know how to word this in a way that doesn't sound offensive, so I'm just gonna say it. This is a very nuanced promo from a man. Like, if a woman was giving this promo, I would be like, yeah, she has experience, people have gaslit her before, people have used their trauma to make her trust them, and like, I'm sure that he's been through all of these things, but it was just so unexpected of him to say it, which was like wild, because I was sitting there and I was like, oh my gosh, like any woman that I know could be talking about this right now, because I just don't think that men tend to learn like the terminology or like understand that it's not, because I think that a lot of men think that once you open up then people have to forgive you for things. A lot of people think that. It's not like exclusively gendered. It's just from like my personal experience. I've had like men in my life be like, well, I told you that my parents got divorced, and it's like, yeah, but you can't do that. Like, you can't then take, so I'm rambling. So it just felt so new. I'm like, it was a very now story. Like you say, like, and I just couldn't imagine it being more relevant than right now to talk about how people trauma dump to take advantage of your kindness, and how sometimes you can't tell if people are being authentic with you or not because they've done these bad things before, and while you want to see the best in people, they will probably do them again, but they're telling you all these things that might be justifications. So I just love it. I keep cutting myself off. But I really liked it. I thought it was a great rebuttal to a promo that I really loved last week, which was the rebuttal to a promo that I really loved the week before. And so Max comes out. Did not love this first outfit. I will be honest with you. The red, the like cranberry shirt, the white jacket, I was not in love. But Punk gets MJF to come out, and they stare at each other, and Punk offers to shake his hand, and Max gives him this big hug, which is what I was shouting all last week. I was like, Punk, give him a hug. Like, hug him. Somebody needs to give him a hug. So, I was like yelling. I'm in my little apartment. I was like, hey, hug time. And you could see for a moment this like broken inner child, you know? Somebody who just needed to be hugged. So Punk eventually hugs him back, which is so sweet. I like cried. I'm not even joking. I was like in my little room, crying about two people I've never met. I'm literally just talking about parasocial relationships that I'm crying. I like cheering up talking about it right now. And so Max pulls away and of course kicks Punk in the crotch and then beats him up and then hits him with the ring, and then FTR and Wardlow come out with dog collars and they put the collar around him and they bust open Punk's face, and Max delivers a wild line to have just uttered in the middle of a wrestling show. And he says, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. And then he says, I'm a snake. I'm a snake in the grass? Something like that. It tied back to when CM Punk was like younger and talked about snakes. But the devil one, that stuck with me. And then they hoist Punk up by the dog collar and choke him. And then Max takes off. He has an outfit change. He does this a little bit before, but once he like loves him and starts beating him up, he takes off his little shirt to show the picture of them two from when Max was little. And it's like, this outfit change is great. He understands how to use his outfits for storytelling, and I love that. But yeah, this will be the one that I describe to people. It's just so good. I can't, y'all, I can't get over it. Please geek out about this with me. It was so good. We have to move on, but I cannot get over how good that was. That was amazing. Like the way I was crying. I just wanted him to get a hug. And again, like, because it shows that Punk is the good guy without telling it. Like, oh my gosh, my jaw. I'm sorry, my jaw's cracking. I don't know if you can hear it. It's just like kind of gross. Like, because like I just said, like, somebody trauma dumped on him. And then made him feel bad, which he should. That was a terrible thing that happened to him. Like, awful. And he feels bad. But the person that told him that knew that he would feel bad, and that he would want to make him feel better. Like, oh, they're so good. it's like a woman. Like, again, like, I can't stop saying it, but it is like a woman wrote it. It's so good. I can't, oh, so good. But again, that's not to like, it's not that I didn't expect it from them, honestly. It's very nuanced storytelling. And they gave it the screen time that it needed, and they let it develop, and like, it's just one of those things that you like can't believe it got greenlit, because like, to describe like, okay, so he's going to come out here, he's going to trauma dump, I'm going to feel like I'm getting gaslit, and then when I finally decide to give him another chance, he's going to betray me again, because sometimes people are just using you and manipulating you, and it's like, so good. Anyway, and then we go on to a Keith Lee promo where Ricky interrupts. Great. Powerhouse Hobbs is there in his little airbrushed overalls. They're such a good outfit. So they talk about it. I think they're fighting on Rampage. And then we have Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez. This was great. Mercedes is like throwing people. I loved it. I was like, yes, throw them. And Mercedes' outfit is great. It's silver and black, and then it has like a mesh cutout, like just like a mesh panel cutout around her leg. That was great. I loved it. JR said that their outfits were matching. They were not. But I appreciate him, because he was like, they might tag team because their outfits are similar. Thunder Rosa was wearing black and gold, so no. I love Jamie Hayter's outfit. I love Britt Baker's too, but we had seen those. I don't think I had seen this Mercedes Martinez outfit yet. I love Thunder Rosa's too. I loved all their outfits, but this was one that I don't remember having seen, and it was really cute. I really liked it. Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez win, so very exciting to see that. And then we have Ty Conti and a Jay doing a promo. Then Jade interrupts, tells them to shut their mouth. She looks amazing. She's wearing these black bike shorts. I love that. It was a really good look. I think that she should wear it more. So Ty Conti has answered the open challenge for Jade, but we knew that. So they're just hyping. Sammy comes out with his little cards for the picture-in-picture. Chris Statlander and Layla Hirsch do a promo. They're gonna do the buy-in. At least one of the buy-ins. I think the Hook is doing another buy-in with QC Marshall. So that's exciting. I'm gonna watch the buy-in. Convince my friend to let me watch it at her apartment because she has a big TV. And then we go to Trader Joe's and make our little snack board. She does not watch wrestling. This will be her first time. So I will be subjecting her to 5 hours of a pay-per-view. But I'm sure that she'll love it. Then we had Wardlow and Cesar Bononi. Is it Caesar? I think it's Cesar. Cesar Bononi. Both of these outfits are great. Wardlow's in the neon green and black. I love that. I love this color scheme. This neon green felt a little bit more neon than usual, and I like that. He should keep doing that. Cesar Bononi's in like red, white, and blue, and that was great. Very bold. I think it was in the shape of a flag, but I did not know which flag, so please excuse that unculturedness. I'm so sorry. Wardlow, just 3 power bombs. Oh, poor Cesar. But Wardlow's a king. Guys, I think I'm a little tired. not even that late. I was just need to go to bed. So then I have to pull out some of these. Oh, I lost a potato. I'm sorry. But Sean Spears comes out with the chair like usual. Wardlow grabs the chair. I was yelling. I was like, ah. And Sean looks like he's gonna try and bite Wardlow. And I was like, good luck, babe. And Wardlow said the same thing. He was like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. And so of course he doesn't. So then we cut to a House of Black promo. They're like popcorn eating that. It was really great. I just think it's funny. Which is very cool. It's very cool to see the House of Black growing. I'm very excited for them in Death Triangle to fight again with like Phoenix. I love the Brave Phoenix just hopping around. And then we cut back to Wardlow backstage, and Max comes out. Well, first Sean comes out. He was like, I know that you're angry, buddy. And it's like, okay, buddy, whatever. And then Max comes out and says, hey, if you win the Face of a Revolution match, you actually don't have to give me your title shot, because, you know, he's trying to make Wardlow stay happy with him. And as he turns around, as he turns around, Max goes, it's not like you're gonna win anyway. And Wardlow goes, that's because I'm always helping you win your matches. And Max turns around and slaps him. I was like, you don't do that. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. So that was that. We're getting a payoff from that. I'm very excited. There's a potato. And then we have Adam Cole and Red Dragon versus Hangman Adam Page with John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Hangman Adam Page, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds all came out in matching vests, and I love that. And I will not lie to you, I was a little bit tired by the time this match happened, so I did not watch all of it. Well, I watched all of it. I just was kind of on my phone, but from what I saw, it was very good, super interesting. And that is what will close out the show. So I hope that you like this. I hope to have a Revolution one up soon. And I hope that this video brought you some rest, some relaxation, and some tingles. And I will see you. This one's a little bit different, so I hope that you like it. But I will see you